Yes, sir.
But
What's
man,
going on, my brother?
man,
Another day in the nosebleeds, man.
I didn't know they were serving mimosas in the nosebleeds today, man.
Mimosas. Hey, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. This an early morning session. You know how it go.
Man, yeah.
Okay. I was
A little champagne and OJ to get the day started.
hey man, ain't nothing wrong with it. You gotta do what you gotta do. What I was gonna say, man, today, man, tell me what's the best trades ever to you. Cause I got a couple that I think is like hands down. And when I say best trades, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? What's the best trade? I'm talking about any sport, best trade that helped the team out.
Man, I think I look at best trades a little differently for most people. It's
What you
all
mean?
it's for it to be
What you
for
mean?
well,
What you mean? You look at it most differently.
well, for it to be a best trade, I think it has to benefit both teams.
How
I
you
think
say that?
because if it's going to be a historic trade, both teams should benefit from it. That's what a real trade
I
is.
mean, but no, hell no. It's not my fault that you give me one of your players and you thought he was a bum and
I,
he need something on my team.
I mean, though, again, we've had a lot of lopsided trades in sports, but I just think the best trades benefit both teams. Let's look at the Luka Doncic and Trae Young trade. You know what I'm saying? People look back and say, "Wow, the Hawks drafted Luka Doncic and traded him,"
But they
but
had to trade him though because
yeah,
he don't fit in Atlanta.
yeah,
Don't get me
we
wrong,
talked
he a
about
baller
that.
like a motherfucker, but they wouldn't have. I mean,
We talked about it a few weeks ago, but that trade benefit both teams.
okay,
So
okay.
when I'm talking about best trades ever, we can start with a trade that happened this year.
Give me
And
your best trade ever. What you think?
not ever, but one.
Okay, are we numbering them or you just gonna give me a few? Well,
I'm gonna
because
give you a few,
well, give
and
me a few.
and,
You're not
and
gonna
then
do
I'll
it.
lead up to my number one.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll
okay.
lead up to my number
I'm with
one.
that.
But I think Donovan Mitchell trade to Cleveland Cavaliers, I think is going to go down as one of those great trades that benefited both teams. Because let's call a thing. Utah, Indiana. Well, not Indiana so much, but that fan base wants to see a white player. Let's call it what it is.
Come on,
And
Utah.
so yeah, and then
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
so they get Laurie Marketing, who brought his game to Utah. He couldn't get it done in Chicago, or they didn't coach him well. Or Cleveland, he showed flashes, but for Laurie Marketing to go out there and have the season that he's had so far, plus the other pieces that they got in that trade, man, I just think that trade is beneficial for Utah. But then you turn around and look at Cleveland. Now Darius Garland, his development doesn't have to get stunted by losing, but trying to be the man. He can lean on Donovan to be the man, but still continue to grow
You got
into
Big
probably
Mobley
being
now.
one of the best guards in the league. And so, uh, and you gonna hear me say this way too many times on the nosebleed. I'm a basketball traditionalist. For them to bring in a true shooting guard, now they have a point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward, a power forward, and a center. I really like how Cleveland is stacked to make the run in the East in the 2022-2023 season. What do you got? What trade did
I'm
you
just
think
saying,
was?
I like what you said. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't give a fuck if both teams benefit. I'm just the person that's like, you give me your player, you thought he wasn't gonna be nothing. One of my the best trade. Well, I ain't gonna say the best one. One of them, I'm gonna give you one of them off top, and then I give you my best one. But one of the best trades, I think the Rams fleeced the Colts for Marshall Faulk.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a good
they
one.
uh
That's a
Marshall
good
Faulk.
one.
That was they got a second and a third round pick for Marshall Faulk, and Marshall Faulk a Hall of Fame. Come
A
on, man.
second and a third round
That's what
pick.
I'm saying. And then so when he went to the Rams, that the team was already pretty much set up. But then when he got there, it was lights out. So
I mean,
great show on
and what
turf.
they made it to two Super Bowls 1-1, right?
They didn't win both.
The greatest show on turf. Did they win two? Did Kurt Warner give him two championships?
Yeah, because Tennessee didn't win the one. Remember? And the second one, didn't they beat Tampa?
Well, no, they couldn't have beat Tampa because they would have been in the same conference.
Okay, no,
Who did they?
that was a good. I think they got 2 back to back. I mean,
Go ahead and look that up.
Yeah,
I believe in you, bro. But Marshall Faulk was just an amazing talent. And again, man, for them to trade a Marshall Faulk, man, how do you do that? You know, and then to only get a second and third round pick for him, that's just. I wonder who they drafted with those picks. But if it wasn't right, I was just going to say if his name wasn't Peyton Manning, then they didn't get an even exchange, for giving up Marshall Faulk. I just don't understand that. Now I know Kurt Warner went to a third. Switching gears back to what you're looking up, Kurt Warner went to a third championship with the Cardinals, but they lost. Yeah, they lost to the Steelers.
Oh no, they went to 2 Super Bowls, but they lost.
Yeah, I thought so.
No, they lost the first one to New England 17-20.
Okay.
And then they won the one against Tennessee 23-16.
Okay. So yeah, I figured they only won one, but Kirk Cousins to go to 3 Super Bowls, go for bagging groceries to 3 Super Bowls. But
he was balling. I mean, a good player is a good player. Give me another trade. Give me somebody else.
Again, I like both teams to benefit. I think one of the greatest trades that people don't talk about in the NFL is Champ Bailey for Clinton Portis. I mean, Detroit and Washington, when they had made that swap.
That was a good trade.
Yeah, man. I mean, Champ Bailey goes on the Hall of Famer, goes out to Denver and plays well. Clinton Portis goes to Washington. He struggled the first couple of years, but he played well throughout that contract. And they sent the second round pick with Champ Bailey for Clinton Portis, which was interesting. But they got Tatum Bell, and Tatum Bell didn't never do shit. But that to me, that's a solid trade. Denver gets a championship. Washington don't get a championship out of it. But it fits my parameter.
No criteria.
It fits my parameter.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give you another good one from my end that ain't necessarily, like I said, I don't got the same criteria. I think the New Orleans Saints trading Jimmy Graham when we thought he was a star, and they traded him, and he was a straight up bust. So they got rid of him and got all kind of stuff back. So that was a great trade to me for New Orleans.
I mean, again, I think that Jimmy Graham's best days was in Seattle, right? Even when he did.
No. Jimmy Graham's best days was in New Orleans.
You think so?
They traded him when he was at the top of his. How else we even know Jimmy Graham's name?
Oh, man, I think
he didn't do nothing in Seattle. He didn't win no Super Bowl in Seattle.
He didn't win no Super Bowl, but he wasn't on their Super Bowl team.
Nah, hell no. He came after that. That's what I'm saying. New Orleans let him go when his name was bigger than his game. And they traded his. I'm just saying, they traded his ass. Was like gone, and we ain't see nothing from. You ain't heard from Jimmy Graham, and is he still in the league? I don't think so. I ain't heard nothing from him in years.
He might be stealing money somewhere, but
some on like third string or something.
Yeah, but again, I know he was still in the league last year for sure.
Okay,
but I don't know if he's in there this year. Yeah, I mean, again, man, Sean Payton.
From your end. I got a couple more for you. Give me
before I transition, Sean Payton is a heck of a coach, and I think he had some personnel say when he was in.
Yeah, for sure. New Orleans. How he got rid of him at the top of his game. Yeah,
and then
we thought was the top of his game.
There's so many people who need a good coach right now. Hopefully, Sean Payton will make his way back into the NFL at some point.
Hope you get a good situation.
My best trade of all time, like some of the youngsters would know the name, but they might not know the politics behind it. But to me, the best trade ever in sports was Dr. J to the Philadelphia 76ers for $3 million. Here's why. Here's why I say that.
Explain that one, please.
It fits my criteria. Dr. J goes on to be a Philadelphia great, wins the championship in '83 with Moses Malone, right? But the New York Nets, because they were the New York Nets in the ABA at that time, got that $3 million and paid the fee to join the NBA. Okay. So the Nets got into the NBA.
I did not know
Philly got them a star, and the rest is history. So when I think about great trades that benefited both parties, that has to be one, that people talk about.
Okay. Well, another one for me that I would say, because I can't knock that one. That was actually a really good trade. Like I said, your criteria is just a little different from mine. Because I don't give a fuck about both teams. You traded these motherfuckers. That's on you.
Right.
Dallas trading Jason Kidd to the Nets.
Oh.
Yeah. See, you sleep on that.
What did they get for him?
I don't know what they got for him, but they shouldn't have let him go.
Right.
Remember, he went to the Nets. I think they went to the championship. They didn't
Oh
win.
yeah.
But
A
they
couple
was in
years
it.
in a row.
Yeah. See what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Whatever they got for him, it wasn't
It
worth.
wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. So
And then Jason Kidd was fresh off of Rookie of the Year.
he was
I don't
balling
even
in
think they
Dallas.
gave it to man. Matter of fact, if we talk about that, Dallas traded away fucking Steve Nash. And Steve Nash goes on to win 2 MVPs.
I'm just saying, that go back to your ass always talking about some of these teams don't be wanting to win.
they just don't.
They just put some shit out on the floor.
Oh,
you about to make some money? Get up out of here. Go somewhere else. Let them pay you.
Bro, 2 of the greatest point guards ever to play get traded from Dallas.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
Fucking wow.
Yeah.
Thank God that Dirk got him 1 title, because without that, I'm looking at Dallas. They might have made my loser list, G.
No, don't say that about Dallas, man.
They might have made my loser list. I
want Dallas to do something, so I can't say that just yet. I'm gonna ask you this one because I'm not sure about this one, but I'm gonna ask you because I think it was a good trade at the time, but I'm not really sure. So I'm just, it's one of the best trades to me because he wasn't happy in New England, whatever. But I'm just really not sure. So let me see what your opinion is. Dale Reeves to Tampa. Because remember that money, New England didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, I thought it was the Jets. The Jets didn't want to pay him. Reeves Island. Yeah,
Reeves Island. Okay, the Jets. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No problem. Shit. I mean, again, man, you can't. I'm a firm believer that you can't get rid of all-time greats and trying to trade all-time greats. If they want to walk away, sometimes you got to let those guys walk away because they've earned the right to stay in that city, on that team, and contribute the best way they know how.
But a losing organization do dumb shit like get rid of.
Yes. Okay. And this is what I'm saying. Right. And the Jets are a losing organization. They ain't won shit since Joe Namath, since Hollywood Joe called his Super Bowl. You know, the Jets ain't did shit. So
I would say, did they even win that Super Bowl?
Nah, man. And I'm still pissed off at the Jets right now because they couldn't fucking beat Miami to get my Steelers into the playoffs. But
you know, they throw them in your loser pile. The Jets, man, you can watch them on a Sunday. Whoever they playing, you already know the other team gonna win.
Man, it's one of them teams, man. So they should have paid Reeves Island. I mean, he was the greatest corner not named Deion Sanders.
Okay.
And shit, you know,
he was the one that was he made the Jets relevant during that time.
Yeah, he did.
For them to get rid of him was like put something else around him.
He created superstar. He was a superstar, and I don't think you trade those type of caliber players.
I don't think so.
But that's just me. But sometimes I know the politics dictate. Sometimes the players just want to go, and you know you don't want them there unhappy and holding out and shit. So I get it.
Hey, stay your ass at home. You ain't going nowhere.
Hey,
you ain't playing either.
But speaking of bad trades, I think now the worst trade.
Oh, we're on worst. Okay, worst trade.
To me, the worst trade ever. And if you're the Atlanta Hawks,
so it's a good trade for somebody.
You might be saying it's the best trade ever.
Right.
But the Utah Jazz drafted Dominique Wilkins and then traded him for 2 nobodies to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, but that go back to your statement of what you said to start off this whole thing when you said Donovan Mitchell. Dominique he wasn't fit for no damn Utah. His game, man. And then trying to play for Jerry Sloan with Dominique style. Come on, man. Dominique wouldn't even be a Hall of Famer fucking with Jerry. Matter of fact, he might have wouldn't even played 2 years in the league fucking with Jerry Sloan.
I don't know about that. I think I got a little bit more faith in Jerry Sloan than you do.
No. I like Jerry Sloan as a coach, but he's one of them X's and old Princeton type coaches. Run it this way, set a solid screen here. It has to be here, it has to be there. Dominique was one of them, let's get loose. So
just
Paul
being a
would have been like, you can't play for me like that.
being a basketball traditionalist, the kid as a rookie scored 18 points a game, goes on to average 20 points a game for the next 10 years. Imagine this starting
Not
five.
in Utah. I hear you, but not in Utah.
Imagine John Stockton at the point guard, Jeff Hornacek at the shooting guard, Dominique Wilkins as your slasher at the three,
It's a
with
reason.
Karl Malone and Big Mark Easton.
It's only one ball, bro.
Man, oh my God.
Karl Malone shooting all the shots, or Dominique out here trying to create some shit. Dominique would have been on the bench, bro.
Man, if I'm Utah, to me, that cost Utah a championship. You drafted the right guy and you let him get away. I think that team.
Hey man, system matters. That shit wouldn't have worked with Dominique. I'm telling you. You see how unorthodox his game was? He can do anybody one-on-one. Anybody.
Well, gee, what the hell did they get out of John Drew and Freeman Wilson? What the fuck did they do?
No, it wasn't that. But like I said,
but that's who they traded him for.
I know, but we still talking about the game itself. You didn't factor in that first part. That's why I said when you said earlier when you talking about Donovan Mitchell in there, they looking for a white player. This was a black player that's playing black basketball. That shit ain't working in Utah, bro. That ain't even selling. That ain't gonna sell no seats.
Karl Malone was definitely a cowboy boots, trucking.
They call this motherfucker the mailman. Is your mailman black? Don't play with me. Don't give me now. If you do see a black mailman, it's gonna be a black mail lady. It ain't gonna be. Ain't no black mailman walking up to no house delivering no fucking mail. Fuck out of here, man. So you gotta. It's subliminal, but I ain't going for that shit, man. I'm just telling you, Dominique in Utah ain't working. I get it. He was a baller, but you mix the dynamics of them looking for a white player and he playing black basketball, dunking on people. They would have been like, that's too athletic. That's too ghetto. You know how they be, man, with that dumb shit.
Man, I don't know, but to me, that's a huge mistake. That's almost a bigger mistake as Jerry Glanville and the Atlanta Falcons trading away Brett Favre. Now, Brett Favre can steal money. Steal money from kids in Mississippi and get away with it.
Say fuck Brett Favre, man.
Yeah. But as a football player,
away for free from you want me to send him down there for you? I buy his ticket. Don't piss me off because before all that bullshit, I was a Brett Favre fan up in Green Bay and Minnesota. But all that bullshit, fuck him, man. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, straight stealing money from kids, man. What a
That's what I'm saying. And then go lie your way out of it because you done got caught. Oh, pussy ass motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Then for the media to not cover it is bullshit too. So fuck Brett Favre. A big fat fuck you to Brett Favre. But at the same time, to me, to trade Brett Favre after 1 year in the league to send him up to Green Bay and become a star.
Go back to the aesthetics. It's Atlanta, bro. Hey, man, his style, he can play some football, but that whole, they need all of Atlanta to support you. See, Matt Ryan was just cookie cutter enough. Okay, we can support him. Brett Favre coming out there talking shit and fuck you, motherfucker. Man, they ain't doing that shit in Atlanta like that, man.
That's a good point. But what about the Charlotte Hornets and their history of trading away great fucking players?
Please don't say that, Kobe.
Man, come on, Kobe Bryant for
LA Lakers back in them days, and Lakers and the Celtics was pilfering anybody they wanted. They could just look on your roster and be like, "Oh yeah, we need him. Oh, we'll take him too." I don't know. Maybe that was some league bullshit, but I used to be pissed off on that shit. Like Lakers had like 26 pick. And they still get motherfucking Kobe. Come on, man.
Hey, Kobe came out and said, you got an 18-year-old kid said, I'm not playing for anybody in the league but the Lakers. How?
Go play your ass overseas then, motherfucker.
Think about how many people have been bold enough to come in and say some shit like that. I don't remember not one. And he was going to refuse to play. And instead of the Hornets digging their heels in and saying, no, you little young punk, you going to come and play here. They went ahead and traded.
Hey, I ain't gonna even lie. It was a great move because if that motherfucker would have played in Charlotte, Kobe wouldn't be Kobe. That motherfucker be somewhere serving up steaks or some shit somewhere. But he wouldn't be Kobe. He wouldn't be the one we all know and love. So
I don't know, G, because again, a couple years later they get, or the next year they get Chris Paul. What about that backcourt? That'll be Chris Paul and Kobe Bryant. But
And it's still Charlotte. They go back to your loser bucket.
I was just gonna say because Charlotte did
They
turn
go your
around.
loser bucket.
They turned around and traded fucking Chris Paul.
Bro,
like,
your loser
how do you
bucket,
trade
man.
Chris Paul after a rookie of the year season, leading the league in fucking assists? To trade him was just, oh my God.
Man, a lot of this shit be these janky ass GMs. They don't deserve the motherfucking positions. They think they know sports, but they don't know sports. So they just they go off of the hype or what ESPN saying and this and that. They ain't really put no motherfucking no real eyeball test or no put them through the ringer to see if the guy can really go. So yeah,
I mean, I agree with you, Charlotte. Charlotte definitely makes my Loserville my Loserville category.
We got to put a Loserville list together.
Man. That's stay tuned for that one, guys.
Yeah,
we're gonna put a Loserville
because there's some
list
losing motherfucking people who trying to lose. They act like they winning, but they trying to lose.
No, man, they ain't trying to win no fucking games. But speaking of that, what about the Montreal Expos? Like, I'm doing my research for the show, bro, and I look up and I'm like, wait a minute. The Montreal Expos had Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez. What the fuck?
Right.
How do you trade two of the greatest Hall of Fame pitchers
of all time
within years apart? That is how you lose a fucking franchise. That's why the Montreal Expos are now the Washington Nationals.
Generals.
You know what I'm saying? Some goddamn body, right?
No, they the Nationals, but I was just talking. I'm just saying I was losing. Yeah.
Man, what the fuck is going on in Montreal? What was going on in Montreal at that time?
That's bad GMing. Yeah. Like I said, but a lot of these GMs, and it's crazy because it goes back to our way in the world right now. What's fucking up everybody? Everybody keep talking about everybody want to quit. They quitting. No, y'all are putting bad people in the wrong fucking positions. They're not leaders. And the fact that you trying to have them lead people is fucking up your whole system. Put the right people in the right position, and you probably can keep some workers. But you want to have a GM picking teams that he shouldn't even be picking. The motherfucker probably should be over there serving hot dogs. But because he your boy or he your daddy friend who knows somebody, you gonna put him in a position so he can make some money, but he's sorry as shit. That's why y'all losing.
So well, G, I'm about to go wide right on you.
Go wide right, bro.
Man, shit, that's what's up with the Democratic Party right now. Joe Biden is just not a leader. Biden is not the president. The people that he's putting in position are just fucking horrible. I'm so disenchanted.
That goes back to everything I'm saying. And you just saying this politics. I'm talking about in our world in a general. Yeah. Every job, everything. They wonder why people don't want to work. They keep blaming it on they quiet.
Nepotism.
No, people don't want to work for these janky motherfuckers. Like, literally, somebody been working in somewhere for 15, 20 years. They got experience, everything. And you hire your best friend's son's daughter, somebody old bullshit, and the motherfucker don't even know what the fuck they doing. They coming in expecting you to train them. Yeah. They making more money and they talking to you like you crazy. Fuck you and the horse you rode in this motherfucker. Yeah. But don't nobody want to address that. So basically, to me, they got a bunch of non-leaders in leadership positions.
Yeah.
And it's really to keep the money within their people and their friends, but it's so fucked up. They don't know how to lead people. I'm just saying as far as
I'm gonna tell you, man, I've definitely been in positions of leadership, and in those situations, I brought my guys in, but I did not put them in positions that
they shouldn't be in.
Crucial or critical to the execution of the task along the way, right? Look, my man need a job. Come on, fam, I got you. But you're going to have to drive this bus. You're going to have to be a janitor. You're going to have to come in as a teacher's assistant.
COO.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. Pop up out of here with that shit. Your ass don't even know number. Matter of fact, you bad at your own fucking finances. How you gonna run our finances? I'm just saying. But that's the people they get the jobs to. So, but we not even gonna go there. That's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. But I'm gonna give you my best one, and you give me your best trade ever. I'm gonna tell you what my best trade ever. And I say it's the best trade because it's the dumbest trade to me, but it's the best trade ever, and it's finna fuck you up. Back to Indianapolis with they dumb ass thinking. They done traded Peyton Manning to the Broncos when they thought he was done for Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning went to the Broncos and was 46-12 in 5 years, went to 2 Super Bowls, and won the division championship 4 of them 5 years.
Wow.
Wow. On his last leg, bro. Went 46-12. Two AFC championships, went to 2 Super Bowls, lost the one to Seattle, and won the one against Cam Newton now. That was on the last end of Peyton Manning's career. That's the best, worst trade ever, both ways to me.
I agree with you, bro. And I
said that came out of left field. You didn't even think about that one.
No, I didn't. I mean, again, because to me, a trade's got to benefit both teams. In Indianapolis, like Indianapolis does, they get shit from it. And so
they
like
Andrew Luck was gonna be that dude.
Yeah.
To me,
as a Pacer fan, got to give a shout out to Reggie Miller. But as a Pacer fan, to me, the worst trade broke my fucking heart when we traded away Ron Artest after the Malice in the Palace because he just didn't want to play. We traded away the best perimeter defender in the league, sent him to the Lakers. The Lakers get another fucking championship because Ron Artest shows up in Game 7 when Kobe was just worn out and tired, and he brings it home for the LA Lakers. Honorary mention, the Golden State Warriors bringing in, trading for Andrew Wiggins. And Andrew Wiggins was pivotal last year in helping them bring that championship back to Golden State. It's something about these winning teams, man. They find these guys that
they got leaderships in leadership positions.
Yeah.
Leadership know how to go. Like I said, they know how to look around and see, okay, y'all don't like him, he ain't doing, but he can play. So they looking beyond the X's and the O's, like you say, the Jimmys and the Joes. Yeah. They looking in between the crevices because winners win. Let's just call it what it is. Winners win.
Winners win, brother. Winners win. Yeah. Hey, I want to give a shout out way up from the top of the nose, please, man. I want to give a shout out to the young Indiana Pacers, man. Hey, Tyrese Halliburton.
I hope they do something too, man.
Man, I hope Miles Turner don't leave.
I need the Pacers to go on and at least make some noise, man, so we can get
make some noise in the playoffs.
Chaos can go in.
Yeah, man, and I want them. I want to shout out to our GM and tell them, man, give Miles Turner the Supermax, man. Let's keep somebody. Let's keep a star in Indianapolis. We never keep
Miles Turner's a star.
I do.
Okay. I mean, he's nice, but I don't know about style.
Defensively, I mean, again, he's a great shot blocker.
You can build around him.
We built around him. This team is built around. We built around Miles Turner. So offer him the Supermax. If he don't take it and still want to leave, fuck him. But go ahead and offer him that Supermax. We can offer more money than anybody else. Get the fucking kid to stay in Indianapolis so we can continue to build this contender that we have right now.